Welcome to Ophiuchus Tarot. We are back again with another channeled message for the collective. We are just going to jump right in and get started. Let's see what Spirit has in store for you all today. Most important messages to channel through first. I want that, whatever it is. The Whale, a depth of emotion. Being part of a group and having a phoenix moment. Collective, I feel like this is all about you. I feel like you've got this depth of emotion. You know, you may have this ball. I'm seeing a ball of light rise, and I want to say it's rising within you. I feel like you're getting close to a phoenix moment where you burn away all the things that no longer serve, and you step into, I don't know, is it a new grouping of souls? I don't know if it's in the physical or you just become part of a larger group, like you're stepping onto your path, right? Into your purpose. I feel like it is a decision you've made to kind of, I wanted to say rise and shine. And I feel like it's very much in the spiritual. I feel like this is a pack that you may come across different people in your soul tribe. That's kind of what I'm getting here, soul tribe. You might come across different people in the soul tribe as you move along your journey, but I do feel like you just have risen to the ranks of, have become part of. Yeah, become part of. There's this vital information, spiritual information that flows through you, flows through the whole. And I feel like you are now part of that receiving. I don't know if it's a new level, like you were already there, but now you're on a higher level of vibration. Could be, you could be seeing more, hearing more, feeling more. Perhaps it's deeper or stronger or more powerful, right? Could have gone through a recent, like, awakening type of energy, or I don't want to say a dark night because I don't feel that like that was it, although some of you could have been really burning away some heavy energy. That could have been very recent. I want to say within the past 4 or 5 days. You could still be going through the tail ending of it, but I feel like it's bringing you to a higher elevation, higher level of divine understanding once you can kind of burn away those things that needed to go. Yeah, I don't know if the divine communication between you and spirit just becomes that much brighter, that much easier to understand. Signs and synchronicities seem easier to understand, right? You're like, oh, I get it, okay, right? I just kind of feel like it comes more quickly, right? Yeah, your bird's eye view. It's like you have a higher vantage point now. I love this. A lot of you could have been going through heavier energy and are now stepping into this lighter, freer energy. It's like you might have felt like it was psychic attack, or, you know, you might not have been able to figure out where it was all coming from. I feel like yes and no. Maybe it was psychic attack and it was things that you kind of allowed your spirit to hold on to, but I feel like the time was right to really burn it all away. That's what spirit was doing, having it bubble up to the surface. Could have been very tired, could have been feeling exhausted or not yourself, or really kind of tuned out, not able to connect as easy. I feel like that was for a reason. Spirit just said it, you know, whoa, we need a break. We need you to just take your time, take a breather. This could be going on even in the next couple days to come. For some of you out there, you may find that you feel very lethargic. You just feel like you can't really connect. You kind of feel spaced out. I feel like this could be that type of energy, right? I want to say, be kind to yourself. Don't berate yourself if, you know, you feel like your instincts aren't there. I want to say, nurture yourself, be kind to yourself as your body makes these changes, right? Everything will come back around and align perfectly. It's just spirit is saying you need to give yourself time to adjust to the new energy. Yeah, you're going through that caterpillar to butterfly stage. So, like I said, be kind to yourself as your body goes through the changes, right? It starts in the physical first, or the spiritual first, and then transitions over into the physicality, and that's how it fully manifests for everyone, right? So, I want to say, if you're going through this and you feel like you just don't have the energy, you just feel like nothing really is going well. Nothing feels like it's, you kind of feel disconnected. I want to say you feel very disconnected. Don't worry. Nothing's wrong with you. Spirit is just helping you make some changes so they can rise you up again. All right. Take both. Yeah. Okay, out of the shadows and into the light, onto the path with more passion and purpose than you had before. I feel like that's what Spirit's trying to do. Take those things from the shadow and pull them into the light, right? So they can be healed, they can be burned away, because I feel like where your soul is heading, those things that you were carrying weren't able to go with you. They had to kind of, it's like you had to check your bags at the door. You're getting ready to elevate. You're ready to go up the staircase to the next level. But Spirit's saying, look, with all that baggage, you're never going to make it up the steps. We got to get rid of it, right? So a couple of days of downtime, and then you'll be right back at it. And I want to say stronger and more powerful than you were before. So that's kind of how Spirit likes to work. Is there anything else the collective needs to know as they're stepping into this? Okay, so spider web, and it was in reverse. I don't normally take reversals, but since it's in reverse, with this web, it's all about connection. And I feel like that's where Spirit's trying to say you're going to feel disconnected. You're not going to feel like you have your connections there. It's like I hear a fire and a miss, a fire and a miss. So don't try to tax yourself. If you're used to tapping in, maybe you do it for work. You might have to give yourself a couple of days to just kind of recoup, right? I want to say it'll keep. The business will be fine. It's like, take what you need, because I feel like Spirit is saying, you know, where you're going to go, you're going to get right back on track. So try not to worry. I feel like I have to keep saying try not to worry, because I feel like when things like this happen and you start to feel like you're losing it and you're doing everything you normally do to keep yourself in check, it's like I'm cutting my cords, I'm clearing my energy, and nothing's working. Try to take a breather, because I feel like you'll stress yourself out, right? Let's see, anything else going on here? Yeah, the communication will come back in. That's what they're saying. It's going to feel like that. Just know that Spirit is there. You're in alignment. It's just, it might be quieter than it normally is, but it is there, right? Just don't worry about it. They need you to fit into different places, different rooms, different experiences. They need your energy to go in these different places. And in order to do that, they've got to bump you up pretty good. Yeah, just relax. I heard lobby lizards. So it's funny. It reminds me of when I was a kid. I used to go to a certain place on vacation with my family every year, and they had this lobby, and all the kids used to kind of meet up in there and just flop on the furniture. So they used to call us the lobby lizards. So it's just relaxing and waiting until, like, sometimes you would wait there for everybody to come down from the room so you could go out to dinner or something, right? So that's kind of, it's a waiting period. So that's kind of what I'm getting here. It's a waiting period. The abundance is going to start flowing right back in. This is part of it. I kind of want to say, since you know it's coming, try not to allow yourself to get too stressed out or super stressed out. Try to enjoy the relaxation if you can, right? Enjoy the quiet, right? I feel like there's less buzz in your head or in your ears if Spirit is quiet, right? Try to rest through that. Yeah, you're protected all the way through. Don't worry. I feel like a lot of you get nervous because this is going to feel maybe like psychic attack, or you think you're under attack. It's not that. It is all of the attacks maybe prior to this that maybe come bubbling up to the surface, some of the energy that you weren't able to rid yourself of, if that makes sense. Anything else? Anything else for the collective here? I want to say, for all of you who are really gifted, or your intuition, even if you feel like you're on a lower scale, your intuition may be like really off. You may feel like, you know, that flu-like symptom you get where it feels like your head's floating away and you're just not there. It's like nobody's home. That's the kind of energy you might be feeling, something along those lines, but it's spiritual. I don't want to say it's as much physical, but you'll feel that way, right? Yeah, things will be moving slowly. Just know you're protected. Spirit's got you. No need to worry. That's what they want to keep saying. It's like, don't worry. We're watching over you. This is all for your spiritual adjustment and bumping up of your energy. And then you'll get busy again, right? You'll get playful again and you'll have your vibrancy back. You're going to feel a little dull, a little out of it. Just not yourself, right? So no need to worry. Yeah. Stay strong. They're almost, it's like not only are they pulling the darkness up that maybe is sitting in your spirit, they're almost kind of, or pulling it out of the shadows, right? But they're almost kind of having the light rise within you as well. It's like, I keep seeing something that looks like darkness blanketing an orb of light. So, and it looks like it's within a person. So I feel like that's what Spirit's trying to say. It's like we need to get the blanket of shadow off the top of the light so that way the light can rise. That's what I keep seeing. So yeah, look, the light is in reverse with the firefly. The light needs to rise. Spirit on deck. Okay. Yeah. You might think that everything is all lost. It's gone, or that's not the case. All right, so Spirit is just saying big energy surrounding this. They just want you to know what's going on. They're trying to let you know ahead of time so you don't get stressed out. I just went through something like this, so I get it. And then I'm back and I feel like I'm more alive and more vibrant than I was a few days ago. So this could be coming in for you now. You could have just recently gone through this, and Spirit's just saying, stay hopeful. You're coming back out on the other side of it, right? All right. Let's see here. I feel like this was mistaken for some type of psychic attack, and I feel like you'll know if you know. All right. We have a D that was kind of up top here. A Y, an E, a T, I, a V, a B, and a W. Let's see. First, middle, last name, of course. Any other messages that may channel through here? I hear don't fret, don't fret. And I feel like a lot of you, that's our first instinct as a spiritual person when you feel like you're not yourself, is to start worrying about it, right? It's like, and then you go into fix it mode. It's like, I need to cut my cords, clear my energy. I need to like take a spiritual bath, or I need to take a breath. I feel like take a breath. You can do all those things, but don't fret if it doesn't all of a sudden just clear everything up. I feel like Spirit needs time for this to kind of adjust. I hear downtime. Yeah, you're going to have some downtime, few days downtime. I hear days at most. So I don't think it'll be more than a week, but I do feel like you'll have a few days where you feel like off kilter, right? I hear line up. It's like if you knew what you were getting on the other side, you'd be lining up for it. I feel like your soul is lining up for it. I feel like where you're going after all this situation is where you actually want to be. More tuned in, more, I hear laser locked and focused, and I hear tapped in. So I want to say when you come out on the other side, everything's going to be clear as a bell. Or I feel like the clarity that comes from this confusion is, I want to say, on another level, because that's how kind of how it feels to me right now. It's on another level, the amount of clarity and alignment that I feel like I'm standing in. So that could be it as well. It's an adjustment for your alignment, really. I feel like everybody's going to experience it to a certain extent. You may just feel a little tired depending on where you're at on the journey. There's no worries about whether or not you're in the beginning of it, the middle of it, on a higher level of it. Just know that it's going to kind of move through pretty quickly. And I feel like you'll be better for it once you come out of it. Okay? No worries. All right, what else do we have here? What do we have for the collective? What does the collective need to know? Yeah, you'll be racing forward again before you know it. There may be some level of disbelief going on here, because we have this pig with wings, and this reminds me of my dad. My dad used to always say, when pigs fly. um, you know, I feel like it always comes with somebody's hopefulness. I don't know if there's someone outside of you who doesn't understand your path and the way things work. You might be saying, I'm feeling so energetically drawn, and there could be someone on the outside of you who doesn't understand it and maybe kind of sits in disbelief, which maybe makes you feel worse about the situation. I want to say, don't take on other people's opinions about you and your journey. Um, it'll just pull you down, right? Other people are not meant to understand what you're supposed to do or what you're supposed to go through as a spiritual being on a physical journey. Um, you know, they're not meant to understand what's for you and what you go through, because their journey is just different, right? I want to say, so don't take on their opinion about it. If you know that you're feeling off and your spiritual self is kind of offline right now, I want to say, just do what you have to do. You don't need to over explain yourself to anyone. Um, just kind of nurture the self, okay? Yeah, I hear counting down the days, and really it's only going to be a few days, I want to say. Spirit's actually handing you a very loving gift here. It's the ability to rise again. And here's this little doe, and I just want to say, be gentle with yourself. Stay in your quiet, relax, rest in your quiet. It's okay to do that for a few days, right? I heard it'll keep. So if you feel like, you know, this may manifest as a cold in a physical way. I am in no way, shape, or form saying that you should not go to a doctor if you have a cold, right? If you've got physical things going on, definitely address those with a health professional, right? But I'm saying this could cause things like that as well. Headaches or stomach ache. A lot of times when things are trying to release from your system, it could come out in funky ways, right? So there could be a reason for you know what you're physically feeling as well. I am kind of getting that here. I want to say, take care of yourself. You know, if you're feeling sick, have some soup, right? Try to rest, get that good sleep. I want to say you'll be back online soon as possible, right? I feel like Spirit doesn't want to keep you offline for too long either, right? You have things to do. All right, collective, that is what I have for you all. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, become part of this Ophiuchus tribe, and I will see you all in the next one.